Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Caitanya Caritamita, Adi Leela, chapter 9, text 47. Ye ajna kaila yadi chaitanya malaka parama ananda paila riksha pariva. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shilpa Prabhupada. The descendants of the tree, the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were very glad to receive this order directly from the Lord. So what is the Lord saying? That it is the duty of every living entity to do paropkar, to give the highest benefit to other living entities. This is what Lord Chaitanya is saying. And so whoever is receiving this instruction directly from the Lord, they are very happy. They've gotten this personal instruction from the Lord and they are happy about it. It is the desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the benevolent activities of the Sankirtana movement, which was inaugurated 500 years ago in Navadvip, be spread all over the world for the benefit of all human beings. So why is this Sankirtana movement, why is it being stressed that spread this Sankirtana movement, give Krishna to others? Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna upadesh, speak about Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, give the chanting of the Hare Krishna. It's not just a false propaganda, but it is for the benefit of all living entities, benefit of everyone, whoever participates in the Sankirtana movement gets benefited. All the living entities. There are so many living entities which we don't even know. For example, even in the atmosphere, there's so many germs, so many bacteria, we can't even see them. And then when we sing along on the streets, there are trees, plants, there's so many birds, so many insects, and of course, human beings. And whoever hears the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra gets benefited. Unfortunately, there are many so-called followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who are satisfied simply to construct a temple and make a show of the deities, collect some funds, and utilize them for eating and sleeping. There is no question of their preaching the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. But even though they are unable to do so, if anyone else does it, they become envious. This is the condition of the modern followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Prabhupada is pointing out that there may be some followers who call themselves followers of Lord Chaitanya, but they are not engaging in preaching, not engaging in giving the Krishna consciousness to everyone all over the world. Lord Chaitanya said, give Krishna consciousness to everyone all over the world. He didn't say that Krishna consciousness is for particular society, particular community, particular country. No. All of us are living entities. We are all parts and parcels of Krishna. All of us have love of Krishna in our heart. All of us need to go back home, back to Godhead. It's not only that only some only some people can go. No, it's for everyone, everyone. So by giving Krishna consciousness to everyone, we are facilitating it. And we are just being an instrument. We are not even being the facilitator. Everything is already done by Lord Chaitanya, by his desire. The entire universe is already delivered. It's just whether we want to be the instrument or not. So the age of Kali is so strong that it affects even the so-called followers of Lord Chaitanya. At least the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must come out of India to preach his cult all over the world, for this is the mission of Lord Chaitanya. That's what Srila Prabhupada did. He left Vrindavan at the age of 69, at the time where people are thinking of retirement, taking it easy, going to Vrindavan. People want to go to Vrindavan towards the end of life. Prabhupada left Vrindavan. Why? For each and every one of us. for each and every one of us so that we could hear the message of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, so that we could become Krishna conscious. We can revive our love of Krishna. And we can see now the Krishna consciousness movement in India is really becoming very strong. Many, many young people are taking it up. Many more temples are coming up. This is doing very well currently. The followers of the Lord Chaitanya must execute his will with heart and soul, being more tolerant than the trees and humbler than the straw in the street. So this mission of Lord Chaitanya, this will of Lord Chaitanya is not just for one or two people to do, or only these are the selected people who are supposed to do it. No, it's for each and every one of us. We are all living entities. We are all human beings at this time, and we are hearing the instruction of Lord Chaitanya. So each of us is required to take up this order of Lord Chaitanya. Each of us is required to fulfill the will of Lord Chaitanya and give Krishna consciousness to everyone. How? To being more tolerant than the tree and humbler than the straw in the street. So we may not feel tolerant or we may not feel humble, but we continue to hear and chant and encourage others to hear and chant. Give Yare Dekha Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesh. Just by saying Hare Krishna to someone, their spiritual life begins, their spiritual journey begins. We can become an instrument in the Sankirtana movement of Lord Chaitanya. Ye yaha taha dana kare prema phala swade mata loka haila sakala. The fruit of love of God is so delicious that wherever a devotee distributes it, those who relish the fruit anywhere in the world immediately becomes intoxicated. So we may say, no, I cannot engage in this Sankirtana movement because I don't dress in a particular way. I don't look in a particular way. I don't live in a particular way. Those are externals. Those are externals. Each of us, human beings, are given this duty by Lord Chaitanya to, to give Krishna consciousness, to distribute Krishna consciousness. And then what Lord Chaitanya is saying, the fruit of love of God is so delicious that wherever a devotee distributes it, those who relish the fruit anywhere in the world immediately become intoxicated. Here, the wonderful fruit of love of Godhead distributed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described. So it's not that we are creating anything. We are not creating anything. We are not doing anything. We simply have to become an instrument. Everything is done by Lord Chaitanya. It's not that we are going to create and give love of God to someone. No, love of God is there in everyone's heart. It's all there. We just simply have to participate in the Sankirtana movement. The empowerment is there by Lord Chaitanya. Everything is there. We simply have to be willing to participate in it. We have practical experience that anyone who accepts this fruit and sincerely tastes it immediately becomes mad after it and gives up all his bad habits, being intoxicated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's gift, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. As we were just speaking, when we get a higher taste, when we receive something higher, we are able to give up the lower. So here Prabhupada is pointing out that he was practically seeing people were taking up the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra so enthusiastically and giving up the bad habits. The statements of Sri Caitanya Caritamrita are so practical that anyone can test them. So whatever we are reading, we are hearing is a science. It's not that just some theory and then, we don't know if it's going to come true or no. No, that's why it's called science of Krishna consciousness, science of self-realization. It can be tested. We follow the process and see the result. As far as we are concerned, we are most confident of the success of the distribution of the great fruit of love of Godhead. How? Through the medium of chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is the Yuga Dharma to revive our love of Krishna. Mahamadaka prema phala peta bharikhaya. Peta bharikhaya. Matila sakala loka hase nache gaya. The fruit of love of God distributed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is such a great intoxicant that anyone who eats it, filling his belly, immediately becomes maddened by it, and automatically he chants, dances, laughs, and enjoys. So, great intoxicant, Mahamadaka. This is what Lord Chaitanya is saying, that anyone who will just taste it, who will eat it, pet bari khaya, filling up the stomach with fruit of love of God. What are you going to do? You're going to chant, dance, laugh, become happy in love of God, love of Krishna. That's the highest emotion we can feel. Keha, keha gada gadi aya kehata hunkar, dekhi anandita hana hase malakar. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great gardener, sees that people are chanting, dancing, and laughing, and some of them are rolling on the floor and some are making loud humming sounds, he smiles with great pleasure. We may say, what is this? Chanting, dancing, laughing, and rolling on the floor, making loud humming sounds? And Lord Chaitanya is smiling. What is this? People will think I'm mad. And here Lord Chaitanya is saying this is a good thing. These are all symptoms of love of Krishna, love of God. These are very high stages of love of God. And someone who has this love of God, they do not publicly show such things. It's not for public entertainment. It's not a, we take everything like cheaply as entertainment. No, this is because the devotee is experiencing so much love that because his heart is so full. That's why he's experiencing such symptoms. This attitude of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very important for persons engaged in the Hare Krishna movement of Krishna consciousness. In every center of our institution, ISKCON, we have arranged for a love feast every Sunday. And when we actually see people come to our center, chant, dance, take prasadam, become jubilant and purchase books, we know that certainly Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always present in such transcendental activities and is very pleased and satisfied. So in ISKCON temples, we have this regular Sunday program. There's chanting, there's dancing, there's prasadam, there is books, and all of this is for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya, on the order of Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, the members of ISKCON must increase this movement more and more according to the principles that we are presently trying to execute. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thus being pleased, will smilingly glance upon them, bestowing his favor, and the movement will be successful. So it is for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because it is his desire, it is his will that everyone can experience love of Krishna. Love of Krishna before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came was not given so easily to everyone. Krishna does not give his love so easily. But when he came as Lord Chaitanya, he opened the storehouse. He broke the Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. They broke the storehouse, openly giving this love of Krishna to everyone. And so it is our duty. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna Upadesh. We take up chanting and we encourage others to chant. Are there any comments or questions? No, then we'll stop here for today. Thank you so much for listening and enjoying it. Caitanya Caritamita ki jai, Shilpa Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna.